Well, oh, hello. There's a wizard behind the waterfall there. Ooh, okay, sweet. What's up, guys? I'm mainline, and welcome back to part 19 of the 1000-hour Final Fantasy Challenge, where we get 100% on every mainline Final Fantasy game in order. We're about 27 hours in so far and working our way through Final Fantasy 2, and we're almost finished with Final Fantasy 2. So if you like this video and you want to find more, you can find the playlist on my channel, but without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we finished the last episode having just gotten to the Jade Passage, you can see here, which is the pathway to hell, apparently. So we have to finish this, and then Pandemonium, and then I think that's the end of the game, but I'm not 100% sure, so let's get right into it. And you can see there's a lot of stuff to do here. So there's a door up top, a door and a chest in the middle, and then a door and a chest down at the bottom. So let's start with the door up at the top right, and see what we can find. Hectize. So this is the Jade Passage, and I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Jade is green, and that's amethyst in the background. Been a while since I've brushed up on my geology, but let's see. We've got nothing in this door. Imagine that. Lots of empty rooms. Abyss Worm. Gonna get more used to using Leon in battle too, and kind of see how good he is. Found out in the last episode that he's pretty decent, but we need to get him some levels because he has very puny HP. So the more damage he takes, the higher it should go. But it's going to take a little bit, and we don't have a whole lot of the game left to level it up. So going to be interesting. So there is one more enemy that we do not have in the bestiary that is found only in the Jade Passage here, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out for it. Great Malboro. I like the Malboros. But the enemy we're looking for, I believe, is called a Scissor Jaw. After this fight, I'll look. That was not that great of a Malboro. But let me look real quick and see which enemy it is for sure. That way we can keep an eye out for it. And the chest has a diamond mace. I believe that is a staff type weapon, in which case we won't be able to use it. It is a staff. Made of diamond, so won't be using that, but let's look and see what the enemy is that we're missing.
I'll check the replicator activity log.
Okay, so I just looked it up, and it is number 32, which is a Scissor Jaws that is located here in the Jade Passage. So we cannot leave this Jade Passage without killing a Scissor Jaws. Shouldn't be too hard, but for anyone who missed it, the bestiary on my game is partially filled out from a previous playthrough. I tried deleting the files and everything from the previous playthrough of this game, and it just would not get rid of the bestiary. So part of it is already filled out, but we should be pretty much covering everything that we covered before, and we're going to make sure that we 100% complete it from that point. I tried starting over from scratch, but I couldn't figure out how to do it, unfortunately, so we're going to deal with what we got. And in this room, we have nothing. Imagine that.
So you get nothing!
Okay, so more abyss worms, and then I believe we just have one more door and one more chest left on this floor. Not really sure how long this Jade Passage is. I'm curious if we're going to be able to complete this game in this episode, but I don't know. It's going to be close, I think. But I am quite excited about it. And in this chest we have more Hellfire. Haven't really been using any of... Ooh, Chimera Sphinx. Haven't really been using any of the, like, magic substitute items. They're probably good, and I could use them in the final fight, just so I'm not holding on to them and them going to waste. But I'm not sure how good they are exactly. Like the Hellfire, for example, it says cast fire, but I'm not sure what level fire. See, like right there was Ice Storm 16. But if I had an item that casts Ice Storm, I do not know what level it casts, so that'll be interesting to find out. And through this door we have a set of stairs. And now, basement 2, we have a door right next to us. Holy cow, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so the door right next to us, and you can see on screen there are 2 chests and 2 doors. And then up top there are 2 more doors and another chest. So we've got a whole lot of stuff to search here. So we'll start with this door right here, which is undoubtedly empty. Scissor Jaws, alright. Should have healed up before entering this fight, but not a big deal. So the Scissor Jaws right here is the enemy we're missing in the bestiary. I don't know how I got through here without encountering them before. But I think we're going to go ahead and just attack with everyone and power our way through. Not sure exactly how tough these all are, but I don't think they are too obscenely tough. Yeah, it's going quite well. Not hard at all. And with that, one less enemy on the bestiary to get. And I believe, yeah, everything. I think there's like 3 left, and they're all found in Pandemonium. So once we get to Pandemonium, we'll double check our list. Also going to heal up right here. But until then, the bestiary is complete up to this point. So let's see what we have next. Chest up in the top left. Oh, I just accidentally walked through a wall. Dude, that is awesome. Accidentally found a secret door. Okay, let's see after this fight here on the map how that helps us. It saves us from walking up and around if we really wanted to, which makes me think that this door right here in the middle is the one we're supposed to go to. But we have to get everything because we're going for 100%. Also, I need to heal up again. Even though a lot of these chests and stuff are most likely going to be useless, we still have to get everything. So this chest contains more hellfire. That is actually kind of funny that we're on the Jade Passage, which, like I said, is the gateway to hell, supposedly. And we're finding hellfire in all the chests, so that's a nice little touch there. Alright, Leon's sword leveled up, which we need that. Any levels we can get for him are going to be very much appreciated. Another empty room. It is a strange decision to put so many empty rooms in the game. I get putting some, but they're just everywhere. That would have been kind of funny if I've been keeping track this whole time to see how many there are in the game. I bet it's a lot. So next, let's see here. So to the right side of the room, there are 2 doors that look like they're blocked off. Unless there's a secret wall that we can go through, then that must be accessible from a different floor. Like we'll go down a floor and then come back up through one of those doors to go to the other one. Something along those lines. But for now, we'll check for some secret walls as we're going. Nothing so far. I don't think we're going to find any. And usually they're only 1 block wide. But while we're here, we might as well check. And we got an Antarctic Wind. Another casting item that I never use. Funny that I was talking earlier about the White Dragon using that same spell as we just got the item for. Okay, so let's see. We got to get that chest down there. Let's check this little... Oh, okay, there is a path over here. Okay, well, in that case, we're going to check this chest and then go up to the door in the middle of the room. Then we'll check those 2 doors because I assume one of them is the path down. Got some monsters, a blue... Oh, okay. Blue dragon, and they're playing the music as if this is going to be a brutal fight. So let's see if we can turn it around on them and drop them in one go. We'll have 12 stacks of Berserk on Guy, and then see how much damage he does. I'm going to guess like 1,500. Oh, per hit. Sheesh. Okay. Nice. That was a cool looking spell. It didn't do a whole lot. And he took damage afterwards. I don't know if that is from the poison axes that we have or what. Because it doesn't show that he's poisoned, but obviously something was hurting him. Alright, and we got a Holy Lance and some more cat claws. Yes! Okay. So we got double cat claws with Maria. That is a lot of freaking damage. And then let's check out this. Oh, I was thinking he used spears. Okay, none of our characters use spears, so the lance that we just got is useless to us, but the double cat claws is very nice. And what's not nice are these empty rooms. So empty. Okay, so now that is everything, right? Other than the 2 doors? Yeah, okay. So we got to check out these 2 doors. I'm going to guess the one at the top is the path, but we got to check them both. But in this bottom door, we have precisely nothing. So, to the top door we go. So, on to the next floor. Basement 3. Ooh, we got a waterfall. That's cool. Okay, lots of zigzagging around, but we have a door top right, door and chest in the middle, door midway down, and then 3 doors at the bottom. So we're just going to follow the path that winds around this waterfall. This is a cool room. I like that. So first door, maybe not. Anyway, first door has nothing. And now we continue. Oh, why do we take damage in the waterfall?
Well, that's peculiar.
So let's go ahead and heal up. We can level Furian's Cure for a while, I guess. Good enough. And now we're back on our way. So here the path, well, I was going to say the path splits, but it just leads to this door, which is empty. Imagine that.
Sitting there empty.
A pit fiend. Basically a higher level imp. A very weak higher level imp. Oh! Holy crap. What the heck? Okay, so we got silenced, slept, poison, and shrank. Sheesh! I don't know what just did that, but let's not do that again. Thankfully, all of it wears off after battle. Okay, so let's see here. We got a long way to go still. At least it's basically a straight path, and we don't have to worry about odd paths or backtracking or anything like that yet. That's more like how we do a battle. None of that getting affected by 6 or so status ailments at once stuff. Although it is fun. So, the chest contains monsters, and it is... Oh, is that... Yep. Alright, so we are going to berserk up first thing. And you know what? We have some of these attack items. Let's use an Antarctic wind just to see what happens. Might be wasteful, really don't need it, I'm sure, but I am curious if it does much damage at this point in the game. I don't know if he's weak to ice or not. Not worth it at all. Dang, that's a lot of damage. Alright, let's double berserk again. That will be up to 24 stacks of berserk on Guy, and I have a feeling the King Behemoth is going to die here. I bet we could just auto battle with this setup as well, if he even survives this round, which he does not. Dang. Berserk is so OP. 15,000 gil from that, and a rune axe. Okay, what does the rune axe do? The strongest of axes, effective against spellcasters, cast fog when used in battle. That is awesome. Okay, so we got an even better axe. That is awesome. Okay, so let's heal up before I forget. And we'll be back on our way. So, I'm curious, does this corner... No, there's nothing in the corner. I don't really know why they put it there. I guess just to make everything look a little bit better. Jeez, the rune axe is insane. It did 3 times as much damage as the poison axe in his offhand, so that's kind of crazy. And let me guess, empty room. Wow, what do you know? So next on the path, we just have the 3 doors at the bottom already. Dang, we made it through that fast. Okay. Well, oh, hello. There's a wizard behind the waterfall there. Alright, we're going to defeat these guys, heal up, quick save, and then let's find out what the heck that wizard's doing there. Let's heal. And might as well use some ethers for Furion. Back when I stocked up last, I maxed out pretty much everything. Not elixirs, because they're 50 freaking thousand gil a piece. But we got 99 ethers, so can kind of use as many as we want. And let's quick save here too. Alright, what does this guy have to say? I cannot walk up any farther. Do I have to go? I have to go this way. What can I do for ya? Ooh, okay, sweet. Alright, so we have 2 flare tomes already, 2 haste tomes already. We don't need berserk and death. Okay, well, we already have a death tome, so it wasn't quite as cool as I thought at first, but that is really cool to find this guy. Let's go ahead and buy another Berserk for Leon, and then also, you know what? Let's do another haste for Leon as well. Yeah, actually, we already have 2. We'll buy 1 more haste, and I think we're good. So let's teach some spells. We need to teach Flare as well. I know I didn't really want to get rid of anything with Maria, but it would be really nice to have Flare. Even though we haven't been leveling it, I don't know if it's worth it or not. We'll teach Berserk to Leon. And there's not really much I want to get rid of with Maria. So we have an extra Toad Tome. So I think I'm going to get rid of Toad for her and swap it out for Flare, because we're more likely to use Flare. Oh, I have to forget it first. I don't think I'll regret that. And if I do, I can always put Toad back on her with the Tome. And I don't really see us using Toad anytime soon. So we'll teach Flare to Maria. Let's actually teach it to Furion as well. And let's see, who doesn't know haste? Let's go ahead and teach haste to everybody too. Why not? I mean, at this point, I think this is our final party that we're going to have, so we're not wasting anything for teaching them to the wrong people. What the? Okay, so we have to teach Ultima. I forgot about that. Who in the world do we want to have Ultima? I guess really Maria would be the best because she has the best stats for casting. So we got to get rid of something else too. Let's actually get rid of Protect. I don't really want to get rid of Protect because I feel like it's nice to have, but she needs to have Ultima. I am curious, can you forget Ultima? I don't want to accidentally do it, but let's see if it's possible. It does let you click on Forget Ultima. That would be kind of insane. I am not going to try it to find out right now. But you know what? While we're here, I'm going to buy some more flares as well. Let's see, nobody has learned Death yet, but if I buy 2 more, then everyone will know Flare, and I've got so much money it doesn't even matter at this point. So let's teach Guy and Leon both Flare. Now everyone has Flare, and we'll go ahead and quick save again, and we'll be on our way. I guess really I need to use Flare a few times and see if it's actually any good. I know in FF1 it was fantastic, but I don't really know how it's going to perform here, so we shall see. Now is a good time to find out. So let's go ahead and cast Flare 1 with everyone. See how good it really is. Ultima is on a row all of its own. Let's start leveling it. I did not even think about leveling freaking Ultima. We should have been doing that this whole time. Let's see how good it is. Level 1 Ultima is actually not terrible. Level 1 Flare is very terrible.
It's so bad.
Well, I think we're going to forget Flare with everyone else for now, but we are going to keep leveling Ultima because we need to get it leveled up as much as possible. So we'll keep casting Ultima and physical attacking with everyone else. And I think we're going to try to do that as much as possible up to the final boss, because I assume we're going to have to use Ultima on him, and we want it to be as powerful as possible. God, man, I cannot believe that I forgot to be leveling it. I am going to cast it with her every turn I possibly can from this point, though. Alright, Furion's Cure is level 8 now. Very nice. And empty room, so this last door has got to be the way forward.
You disgust me.
So, sheesh, big sprawling floor. Okay, everything that we can do is on screen right now. You can see we have 3 doors and 2 chests. So let's check out the bottom right door first and then make our way up the floor using Ultima with Maria the entire time. Kidding me. Maria's Ultima has leveled up, and we let our Leon die. I could not remember his name for a second. So we gotta bring him back up, and then we'll be on our way. After we heal, of course. Okay, so the first door. Ooh, okay, alright, that's the way to go, apparently, unless there are 2 doors that both have stairs. I guess really we should check. That way we can see. Need to make sure that's not an optional path before we move on across the whole room. Holy cow, there it happens again. I think I'm actually going to flee from this one. That's kind of awesome. So in a previous episode, I was trying to remember what the Marlboros did that caused a crazy status effect. Apparently that was it. And this looks like it is not an optional path, so we got to go back and we got to clear this other room before we move on here. Okay, so let's see this door. We made it without an encounter. Nice. But we did not make it back out. Still no Ultima level 3 yet. It is leveling slowly. But that is to be expected. Oh, we need to heal up again. And use more ethers. Okay, so now the chest contains a betrayal fang, which is pretty much useless. Now we have one door and one chest left. So let's see what we got here. Empty, I'm guessing. Oh, alright, some chests. Actually something in a room for once. Got another holy lance we can't use. Now let's see what else. Alright, Maria's Ultima leveled up again, so Ultima 3 now. Need to get it as high as possible. And in the chest we have an Aegis shield. I'm pretty sure we've already had that before. No, we have not. That must have been FF1. Okay, so a legendary shield that affords protection against elemental attacks and status ailments. And it is higher defense, so we will definitely use that. And then the final, ooh, dragon armor. Let's see how good that is. Dragon armor resistant to elemental attacks. So better defense for Firion, but bad magic interference. So I'm assuming we're not going to want it with Maria, which I was right. Don't really want it with Guy, but we can use it on Leon because we don't care about his magic interference as he doesn't cast magic to begin with. So very nice finds here. So now we got one more chest, I believe. Yeah, one more chest, and then we'll move on to the next floor. Okay, so monsters in the chest. A red dragon. You know the drill. Berserk up. You know what? I'm going to hasten him too with Leon. Why not? Can we drop him here? Not quite, but hey, that was a pretty good turn, and that is a lot of freaking damage. Dang. But I do much more damage. Alright, easy enough. Another dragon down. It is funny I said I don't use magic with Leon and then immediately used it, but we got a Yoichi bow, or Yoichi, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but we don't use bows unfortunately. But just looking at it here, it says a legendary bow of unparalleled power. It casts Berserk when used in battle. So if we used a bow, that would be an awesome bow to have. But we don't, so let's head on to the stairs to the next floor. Alright, heading down to the next floor. We just have one straight long path. With chests and doors along the way. So all we have to do here is follow this path, presumably, unless something comes up to where we have to like, ooh, I did not mean to do that. I auto-battled with the wrong setup. Well, we'll see how it goes, I guess. Alright, we'll just physical attack with everybody. I should have used Ultima with Maria, but I wanted to see how much she did. With the Berserk, and she did a decent amount of damage. So now we'll heal up and keep on this path. Alright, assuming we're going to find some more good stuff, but who knows. This is only the second fight with the Scissor Jaws that I've had here, so maybe that's why I missed it on my first playthrough. Alright, so the chest has a high potion that we can't even hold. And this chest has a protect ring. Ooh. Let's see how good that is in this game. Ring that guards against instant death. Okay, it has better stats on everything except
That's all, folks.
except attack for Firion. It is just generally way better for Maria. I'm not even going to look at the rest. Let's just give it to Maria. She needs something better. The door contains nothing. Imagine that.
Ha! Never heard that one before.
Healing staff there, easy fight with the dragon. And we're back on our way. So we have one chest and one door left. Alright, Ultima leveled up again, so that makes level 4. When you specifically grind for something, it doesn't seem like it takes too long, thankfully. Definitely using up a lot of magic, though. Started with 99 ethers down to 78 now. Alright, so this chest had... almost.
So close.
But the chest has an elixir. Nice. We're finding elixirs quite often now, thankfully. Leon's haste leveled up that time, too. Nice. Not that that means a whole lot, given that he has like 4 MP to cast with. But still kind of nice. And now we have Basement 6, and it is just one path leading up to something that looks like a warp up there. So I'm assuming that that is the portal to hell that we're looking for. So we'll make our way up to it. And I think that'll be the end of this dungeon. I'm not for sure. Leon's sword and axe leveled up that time too. Nice. So he is getting more powerful slowly but surely. Also, we are up to 840,000 gil now. We're getting gil like crazy. Alright. Long straight path. And need to heal up again already. Alright, so Leon does have more MP than I thought, or maybe he's just leveled since last I looked. Haven't really been thinking about him using magic much, so didn't really look very closely. Alright, so let's see where exactly this portal takes us. Is it going to take us straight to Pandemonium? This is the Castle of Hell. Pandemonium!
Pandemonium!
Pandemonium, first floor. Okay. Well, as much as I want to get this all in one go on this video, I don't think we have time for both, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to have to end it here. We completed the Jade Passage, which I'm very happy about. And in the next episode, it should be the grand finale of Final Fantasy II. So I am very much looking forward to that. I'm super excited. This is going really well. So, oh, dude, the music. This is freaking epic. Oh, I want to keep playing. Okay, well, don't have time to get them both in this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying as much as I am, and looking forward to the next episode. If you did like this episode, then please consider hitting the like button. And if you want more, like I said, there's more on the channel. You can find it in the playlist or whatever else you're interested in. And please subscribe if you want to support the channel or if you just want more of this content. So thank you guys once again so much for your support, and thank you for watching. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.